Cars come in all shapes and sizes, but some cars are extremely dangerous vehicles to drive. The safety reviews are one of the most important features that should be known about to find the car that is best for yourself and those you travel with. Certain vehicles have been designed poorly, leading to accidents and overall damage. Sometimes it isn't the car that creates a dangerous environment, but the person handling it, especially with the need for speed. There's a reason you won't come across all cars on the market anymore. They often get discontinued for the best reasons possible. These are 10 of the most dangerous cars that made it on the roads. Trial and error at its finest. Number 10. The size of a vehicle can have both its pros and cons, depending on what you're interested in. Sometimes the size isn't ideal for any passenger. The Kia Rio front seating design is unsafe for your head and legs and prone to cause injury or deadly results when rear-ended. Although this is a cheaper car, think twice about this purchase. Save your life, not your money. Number 9. Included in this car were the Batwing doors, which are an amazing and original feature, particularly in its time. However, this made the vehicle increasingly unsafe. As said on the Brown firm, the design feature that made this vehicle unique became the cause of its major safety issue. When this vehicle is involved in a rollover or is flipped, the doors become close to impossible to open. Since they were jammed and couldn't be opened from the inside, unless glass could be broken, passengers are trapped until rescued. Number 8. Another car that had issues involving doors or just one door, specifically the only door on the car, was the BMW Isetta. It wasn't on the site, either. Liljegren Law explained, this strange vehicle had a front-mounted passenger door, and in the event of a front-end collision, this was all the protection passengers had. This poor design could trap anyone in it with hard enough impact. A single collision could lead to fatality. Number 7. This car provides limited protection, especially in a frontal crash. Any collisions result in the front bumper and engine in the same area as the front seats, which is precisely where the passengers are. Parts of the car fell off due to the vibration of the engine, as well as the cheap materials used. Also, the air pollution standards were not met when this car was put on the road. In some ways lucky, it only lasted up to a total distance of about 80,000 kilometers. Number 6. The need for speed is a desire, craving, and a dream come true to fill the joys of some motorists, and for that fulfillment, a Corvette is a purchase of a lifetime. These sports cars are popular, designed well, and powerful. It isn't the car that causes problems as often as it is the drivers operating it. You can blame the narrow tires that don't keep you on the roads as easily. Moreover, driving aggressively, fast, and not staying focused are the major causes of this car's problem. Especially with their rear wheel setup. You know what I'm talking about. Number 5. Do you ever drive by a factory or a farm and notice a very undesirable smell? Well, the Chevrolet Corvair had an issue of its own relating to nasty smells. At times the engine would release toxic fumes into the cabin of the car. This car also had a weight imbalance that caused poor handling and steering liabilities. It got a lot of negative attention from the public press, had something to share, which led to it being discounted in 1969. This car was also a part of the book, Unsafe at Any Speed. Written by Ralph Nader. Number 4. Not much needs to be said about this car, except that it had a design flaw that could cause a life-changing, shocking, and horrifying experience. Currently recalled, the Ford Pinto's size and the small amount of fuel needed to operate made this car worthy of wanting. Until it was discovered that the transition would move into gear on its own. As for the design flaw, the fuel tank was placed near the rear bumper of the vehicle, and any form of pressure on the rear end or a minor collision made it probable to light up in flames or even explode. Number 3. A flawed engine is not only very scary to deal with, but an important feature of any vehicle, and it takes the most amount of work and time to fix. The Audi 5000's engine had a flaw that caused it to accelerate at any given moment. Unfortunately, this resulted in a lot of life-ending accidents. Not a good look for the German car manufacturer. If you're the kind of driver who sometimes has trouble finding the brakes in your car, you should not be driving this. Number 2. Although a popular car in recent years because of significant improvements. In the 1990s it wasn't known as one of the best cars to have, since it was known to commonly land in a rollover. Usually, this is caused by a high center of gravity or by drivers that aren't paying attention to the road and the surroundings. This case is a little different. As explained by Liljegren Law, it turned out to be a faulty design that affected the tires, which would tear away at the tread when driving at moderate speeds and cause a blowout. Certainly, that's something nobody wants to experience on a regular day. Number 1. The positives aspects of this car were that it was small, more efficient, and had a high safety rating from car crash tests. The negative aspects are limited, but significant. The Pontiac Fiero would randomly erupt into flames, and it happened close to 300 times. This was due to a couple of different reasons. The most common reason was for oil leakage, but that didn't take away from the faulty wiring. In 1990, GM recalled every 4-cylinder Fiero ever made, some 244,000 cars, due to engine fire risks. A 5-speed transmission replaced the 4-speed, but the Fiero's reputation was damaged, and sales never recovered. Despite its problems, the Fiero was credited with drawing first-time buyers to Pontiac. What other cars do you think that I should add in my list? Comment down below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.